Hello everyone, I'm Something Wicked. Welcome to the Wicked Workshop. I've got a new Starfield tutorial video for you today. What we're going to be talking about is creating custom workshop icons. We're going to be using a free program provided by Bethesda. It's called Asset Watcher, and you're going to find that in your main Starfield directory under Tools, Asset Watcher. Okay, we'll load it up. It doesn't take too much to set it up. We're going to come over here to Settings. Okay, we're going to come over to the right, create a new project on this little plus icon, and we're going to name it our plugin name, which just happens to be PA Cradle. Okay, we're going to be clicking on this textures, and we're creating PC platform textures. Okay, first thing that you have to do is create a couple folders. One of them is going to be a source folder, and the other one is going to be the output folder. Okay, if you navigate to your Steam library for your source, it's going to be steamapps, then source, TGATextures. And if you don't have these files in here, you need to create them because this is where the creation kit is going to export the files to. TGATextures interface, again, if you don't have it, create it. And then workshop icons. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a folder with your plugin name. In this case, it happens to be sw3_pa_cradle.esm. Okay. Now, what you want to also do is create your output folder. That's going to be in your main Starfield directory under Data, Textures, Interface. Again, if you don't have these folders, create them. Workshop Icons. And here we have our folder with our plugin name, sw3_pa_cradle. Okay. And that is important because when we navigate over here in our Asset Watcher, navigate to our source folder. Again, we said that was steamapps, source, TGATextures, interface, workshop icons. Okay. And then select our plugin name. Okay, I leave all of these boxes checked, everything that's default. I haven't messed with any of that. Okay, come over here to your output folder. And this is going to be in your main Starfield directory. Okay, so we got Starfield, Data, Textures. And again, if you don't have these folders, create them. Interface, Workshop Icons, and then I'm going to select, actually, we'll probably have to make a folder, but I've already got it created. So make a folder with your file name, and we're going to select that as the output. Okay. Once all of this is done, we're going to save. We'll click on Save right here. Okay. And what Asset Watcher basically does is it watches that folder. Anything that's put into that folder is going to automatically be converted into DDS files. So it converts from TIFF to DDS files. Okay, we're going to drop that down. Okay, we can minimize. We'll just go back to here. We'll minimize this. I've already got Creation Kit loaded. As you can see, I've got my sw3_pa_cradle ESP selected and active. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to the transform. Now, you can create your own, or you can copy one of the others. I don't think it really matters. In this case, we'll just go ahead and create another one. I always use SW3 or Wicked or something like that. I learned that in making my mods, but it's easy to find things that way. And we're going to call this workbenches. Okay. Click on Apply Translation. Around origin, I use worldbound. You can experiment with that if you want to. Okay, but the most important thing is come over and select your workshop icon. Okay, come over here to your preview object. We're going to find our object in here. First one's going to be one of these little custom armor workbench. Okay, and zooming and manipulating and all this stuff inside the object window does absolutely nothing. Okay, how you're going to manipulate things is over here on this transform area. I always zero everything out, and as you can see, it's making the changes in the little preview menu. Okay, if I want to zoom in, I'm going to adjust the scale. So we'll try a scale of 2. All right. We might be able to go a little bit closer. Yeah, we'll try 2.5. Okay, but our rotation and everything is going to be changed using these arrows. As you can see, I'm manipulating and making changes. Okay. For the rotation, you obviously can't go below, so you can't, go minus 360. But what you can do is you can enter in values. 340's always been a good angle. I've liked it. Okay. We'll give a little bit of a turn on that. And if I want to go left or right, I'm just going to manipulate to make changes over here on the X plane for left and right. Okay, with the Z plane up and down. Okay, so I've got it where I like it. Since I created an object, I'm going to hit OK. Okay, and then we'll go over to where we named it. We called it Outpost Workbenches. I'm going to pull it up again. Again, select Workshop Icon. I'm going to find my object in the preview window. A preview object. There's my armor. Bam, there it is. Okay, we did make some changes, but I'm going to zero everything out again. All right. Get this object to where we want it. 2.5. Might be able to do 2.75. There we go. That's a little bit closer. Okay. Once we've got it where we want it, we're going to assign the transform, and then we're going to export our icon. It's going to pull up the preview menu really quick. And what that did was it moved our icon into our source. There it is right there. Okay, you can see it. Now, I think Bethesda used one transform for every single object. You don't have to do that. You can do multiples within one. Okay, so we're just going to bring up our food printer, our next object, and as you can see, it's a little bit closer. We're going to move our scale down a little bit. Nope, maybe 1.25. Let's try 1.5. There we go. I like that. Okay, and we're going to make our movement manipulations again over here. So I'm going to go up a little bit on the Z. I'm going to go to the right on the X. Okay, click Assign Transform, and then I'm going to export my icon. Okay, and as you can see, it moved it back over. There's our other icon, and as you can notice, it has the marker in there, and I don't like that. So I'm just going to come back over here. The marker's gone now. Okay, so I'm just going to redo this one. I think we did 2.5 on our scale. Here we go. All right, we'll move it over a little bit. Oh, you know what? 2.25. There we go. Okay, get it centered where I want it. Pardon me. Okay, assign transform again. Export our icon again, and it should have copied it over. Yep, looks good. I'll make these a little bit bigger. Oh, that didn't help at all, did it? Okay, there's our icons. As you can see, it doesn't have it anymore. All right, moving on to the next one. There we go. That looks all right. Maybe come down a little bit. There we go. Assign transform, export icon. And I always double check every single time, guys, because sometimes I've heard that if you don't have a constructible object built for every single item, that it may move it into a different folder. And if that happens, it'll kick it over to interface, you know, might throw it into one of these other folders. All you have to do is copy that over, paste it, and then make sure that you change the last two to CL. I guess that identifies it as the outpost icon, whatever like that. Just rename it to the last two of CL. If it goes MC or whatever like that, just make sure that the last one is CL, and you can see which number or you can see which file it is over here, because each one of them corresponds to each one of them. So the last four of the armor workbench is E57, as you can see, E57CL. Okay, so just a little bit on that. Okay, we'll move over to our next item, which happens to be our chem lab. That looks good as well. Export our icon. Okay, double check. Bam, there's our chem lab. Beautiful. Move over to our research. I might have to go a little bit smaller on that. There we go. Let's move it over to the right just a little bit. Come up just a little bit. I like it. Assign transform. Export icon. Bam, there it is. Okay, and then our weapons. Did we do 2.25? Yeah, we did. Okay, bring it over to the left. Maybe down one. There we go. Assign transform. Export our icon. Weapons workbench is right there. 8E4. 84. Very good. Okay, we'll move over to our next item. Probably gonna have to go 2 on this scale. We'll bring it up a little bit, and then we'll bring it right a little bit. Looks good. Export our icon. double check. Yep, there it is. B77, B77. Awesome, moving on. Let's go a little bit smaller on this one, 1.85. We'll try that. Okay, we're going to come over to the right a little bit to get it centered. And down just a smidge. Assign transform, export icon. Okay, there's our large power cradle. C64, C64. That looks good. Our next one, assign transform, export object. And there's our last one. D1C, D1C. All right. Okay, everything looks good in there. We're going to click OK. We'll save our plugin. And then we're going to pull up our asset watcher. Do I already have it open? Let me see. Yep, I already got it open. Okay. Okay, now watch the magic. I'm going to pull these folders up as well so you can see it almost in real time. As you can see, there's nothing in here. Now what you want to do is you want to select all of your generated files. If it works correctly and it puts them in your folder already like it should, then great, it'll automatically do it. If not, if it dumps it somewhere else, select all of your files, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag them over to this folder. Asset Watcher is watching it, and as you can see, bam, it populated all the 9 files, okay, and then it dumps them right into our output folder. Okay, so our output folder, these are the DDS files, and as you can see over here, these are all TIFF files. So we've got good conversions. We're going to drop this down. Okay, we're going to close that out. Okay, now our files are ready. We're going to come up back into Creation Kit and create archive. Okay, from this window, you're going to click Add, and then you're going to navigate to your output, which again was in Starfield Data, Textures, Interface, Workshop Icons, and then the name of our ESP, our plugin. I'm going to select all of these files. We're going to open, populates them here, pack files. There it is. Okay. And it dumps them into data. Scroll all the way down, and here's our new textures files right there. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we'll save. We're going to convert our active file to a small master. Bam, that's done. Okay. So our small master is created, should be in our data. There it is, SW3_PA Cradle ESM. Okay. Double check and save. Okay, we can close Creation Kit out because we're done working with that. Okay. Give me 1 second off screen to copy these files over. I use a mod manager, so I have to copy them over into the files. Okay, that took it just a second. We'll load up our mod manager. I use MO2. Everything looks good. Okay, we're going to load up our game. And as that is loading, I just want to take an opportunity to thank a few people who helped me narrow down this process. One, first and foremost, Betamax. Betamax and I go way back. We've helped each other on several projects. Downfall Nemesis, Pegasus, Will Knife 4, and Odd Little Turtle. All of you guys, contributed in one form or fashion to the success of this. But yeah, huge thank you to you guys. Couldn't have done it without you. This video couldn't have been made without you guys. So yeah, hopefully it helps the community. We're going to load this up. Just 1 second to load. I might edit this out in the video. We'll see. But there's several other ways to do this. You can also generate all of your icons using the command prompt. I tried doing that, and I had issues for some reason. It gave me gizmo errors or whatever like that. But also, I like to be able to manipulate and be able to, see exactly what I'm doing, what I'm creating, and how it's going to go. That's why I think this is probably the better way to do it. You could also use an external program. You can take screenshots if you've got video or photo editing software to create your own TIFFs to convert them to DDSs your own way if you want to. This is the process that works easiest for me. I think this is probably one of the more popular ways to do it. Like I said, I'm not sure if you have to create a transform for each individual file. I think Bethesda does, or even small groups of files or whatever. But if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do it. Okay, we're loading into game. Okay, a quick cheap batch file. I don't want my followers get in the way, so I'm going to get them out of here. Okay, and let me navigate down to okay, and this is where we're going to test. Okay, we'll go over to our Melius, to our mod, and here it is, guys. All of our icons, they look great. Just like that. If you're curious about these last three, these power armor cradles, I was invited to join a group called Melius. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but yeah, hopefully the end goal is to bring power armor into Starfield. I'm excited about the project. I'm obviously only doing these small little things, but yeah. So as you can see, keep on hitting the same thing over and over. But that's basically how it is, guys. It took me a little while to figure it out. I've got all my mods updated now. I shouldn't say all of them, but the mods that I'm keeping, I've got them updated now with all the icons and everything like that. But if you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and leave those down in the comments section. I'll also include in the comments the source and the output paths, I guess you could say. Yeah, just in case I went too fast for you. But that's basically all that I've got, guys, for you for your custom workshop icons. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Helps me out. But that's all I've got for you. Wake it out.